The Chicagoland Orchid Festival isn't over yet, but I thought I would do a haul video of the 4 plants that I got from Natt. So I really like Sedinfidania metrata, and you can see here that there are 3 visible. I have them in all the available color forms that I know. I've got the, there's like an alba, and then there's the typical, and then I had is it behind here? Here it is. This really sad looking alba form, and as you can tell, it's not doing very well, and I decided that, oh no, this is not the alba, this is the yellow, sorry, this is the yellow, and it wasn't doing very well, so I decided that I would just get myself a new one from Natt, support my local orchid grower, and you know, it's not about saving money, it's about keeping the orchid growing community going and healthy. That's how I'm justifying getting another one. But you know, I'm doing my bit, right? I have a nice job, I make a decent amount of money, and I'm supporting Natt. Here's the rest of the 4 plants from my haul. I picked up this is a Zygo. It's not in bloom. This is, I think, Galliopedilum Starburst Parkside. I had one of these I picked up at the Wisconsin Orchid Society show maybe 3 years ago, but I made the mistake. It was in bark. It looked like it recently come from a Hawaiian grower, and I had not repotted it. I'd left it in bark like this one is, and it promptly died. So Tim Culbertson came to speak to us about pass, but I asked him about his Zygos, and he was saying how they needed a lot of water. So after his talk, I repotted all my Zygos into moss, and if they were in like a little bit of moss, I put them in even more moss, and they are doing great now. So if you look at this one right over here, that Zygo, so this is Jumpin' Jack, and you can see, I mean, I couldn't get all the old stuff out. I didn't want to rip up the roots, but I potted it up in moss. You can see it's got like 2 inflorescences coming out of it. The new growth looks beautiful. It's not spotted up. It's really happy. And so my plan is to immediately transfer this into sphagnum moss and hope that I can keep it alive. So I'm going to do that this weekend. I also got an Encyclia Garciana. So I bought this twice now from Natt, and I also make the same mistake with this one. So you can see that it's potted in bark, which must do really well for them, and I leave it in bark and it dies. So I'm also going to immediately repot this with sphagnum moss, and as we all know, I got myself 3 more kilograms of 3 more kilos of sphagnum moss, so I've got lots of it to transfer all this stuff into. So after all my oohing and eyeing over the antelope type, the spatulate type Dendrobiums, I did buy this one. It's white. I love the little green tips on it. It makes me think of the Samurai that I got from Steve, but the Samurai is huge, and this one is pretty small, as you can see. So sort of similar like flowers. The flowers are smaller, I have to admit that, and they're not quite as twisty, but they are tabletop, whereas that's like a floor-sized plant. And also that Samurai, I don't know, like it's when my shade cloth came down, so remember the shade cloth came down this summer, the tops of the canes all got sort of bent, so I don't know how well it's really doing. So that's my haul from Natt. I didn't get anything from the guest growers, but there is the potential that I may be babysitting some plants for Catia orchideas after the Orchid Fest is over and until the Illinois Orchid Society Fall Show.